Alright, this is Group B, ZerO versus Hiya. And by happenstance, every single one of today's matchups involves one person who's won in the OSL versus one person who's lost in the OSL. In this case, Hiya has been the winner in the OSL so far, and ZerO is the loser. Sorry, ZerO. I like ZerO. I shouldn't say that in that way. The loser! There we go. That was much nicer. But, yes. All of the losers today will be fighting for their livelihood, even though, like I said in the last game, I don't think anyone's completely screwed or anyone's completely guaranteed by a win or a loss today. That will be more for the next days coming up. But yes, the losers will be trying to claw their way back up because they'll need a tiebreaker basically to get back in this. If ZerO goes 0-2 here, he's basically going to need a tiebreaker to move up into the round of 8. And the winners, like Hiya, will be trying to cement their leads. Here we go. Except over at the 3 o'clock position in purple is ZerO, down at 6 o'clock in blue is Hiya. Hiya making me realize how utterly lacking my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge is. In the last Hiya game, he pulled out the cards at the end. He's like, "You activated my trap card." And I didn't know what that meant, and I've heard Yu-Gi-Oh before. I've seen kind of what it is, but I don't really know what it is. So everyone is just ranting at me in the comments. Nuke does not know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. He thinks it's a frozen yogurt, which I did think it was. I asked someone, "Is that a frozen yogurt?" Because it sounds like that yogurt you have, like that frozen yogurt you had in a tube. Maybe that's an old product. I remember this commercial of the kids eating yogurt out of the tube. What is that called? Damn it! It's like not Yog Play. That's chick food. What is it? Go-Gurt. That's it. Go-Gurt. What am I talking about? I forget already. So yes. My Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge is terribly, terribly lacking. Terrible, terrible damage to my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge. But I do know about Pokemon a bit, because that is Hiya's nickname is Magikarp, because his mouth is always gaping open. I know about the original 150 Pokemon. Screw the others. The others can burn in Pokemon hell. The 150 is all you need. 151, I guess. We got to include Mew. Dorkiness. Okay, let's get some predictions from the Nukenites to get away from whatever the hell I was talking about there. But Americo UK82 writes, "My prediction is that ZerO will move up because ... I want him to." There we go. Farting Fish. Actually, that's got to be Magikarp. Farting, as Hiya does, apparently. Maybe they can smell him from there. There's another prediction from Ningara. Writes, "ZerO is ripe for an OSL win." Here's another one from Izagula, more white people in the audience. I wonder if they're subscribers. I'm not sure. Mouth gaping open. What is with those people? Sorry, guys. Here's another one from Izagul. Writes, "Nuke, this is the first time that I don't give a damn about what you say." What? I'm not reading the rest of this. Not gonna do it. Alright, I will. "I say that because ZerO is the one who's going to muscle his way through this group by infesting the Terrans and making Hyuk himself." Yeah, I think he's referring to the fact that I said that ZerO would not make it out of this group. I picked Hyuk and Flash to move up, and people were kind of ranting at me saying that Hyuk is bad versus Terran, but we'll see. We'll see about those predictions. So far, it looks like my predictions are going to be half and half again, which some people said was, I'm no better than flipping a coin, but screw you! I'm better than a coin, unless it's like one of those Sacagawea dollars, because they're gold and shiny. But more barracks coming up as Hiya has thrown down his expansion, going to sort of block off with a supply depot at the front, just going to try to make it harder for the Zergling run by. That is a big danger on this map since the starting positions are so close together. The Zergling run bys happen often against all of the races. So you got to prepare for that. Looks like Hiya has prepared for that. He's going to lose that SCV scout. Going to run back. I thought for sure he was going to make it with that SCV. Thought you were going to make it, man. But he didn't. And there is one bunker at the front. This is going to make it even harder for that Zergling run by. So I think that Hiya will be okay as far as Zerglings go. And let's see what ZerO decides to tech to now. He does have his lair coming up. Let's see if he throws down his Spire quickly or goes for another hatchery to try to get some standard 3-hatch Muta going. So far, he hasn't pushed the front. I think he has an Overlord in there. He does have an Overlord right next to the natural, so he knows, well, probably shouldn't try this. There is the bunker right there at the front, so I'll just try to hold off against an incoming cheesiness from Hiya if he is going for vultures first or something. Because he has his Zerglings just positioned there in case the units try to run by. And okay, looks like we're seeing a pretty standard defensive macro game from both players so far. It looks like ZerO has actually gone for 2 hatchery Mutalisk to start off. This is a very aggressive Mutalisk build. He doesn't have his 3rd hatchery out, as we normally see against a fast expanding Terran. So maybe he thinks he can make this position work a lot better than Jaedong's did against C. Of course, C beat Jaedong on this map last week. And that's because Jaedong went for an all-Mutalisk build, and C actually said in the interview afterwards that if the positions were backwards, if he was at the 6 o'clock, his build wouldn't have worked as well. So I'm wondering how well Hiya will be able to fight off Mutalisk from the 6 o'clock position. I'm not sure what the exact imbalance would be from being at the 6 o'clock as opposed to the 3 o'clock, but I guess there is a lot more space between your natural and your main where Mutalisk could just camp out. That would be much more difficult at the 3 o'clock, so I kind of see what C was talking about there. I see it. I see what C was... Okay, whatever. So here come the mutas. 4 mutas from each base, actually. You just pumped extra larvae, morphing an extra larvae at each hatchery. So hopefully these medic marines will be prepared. Where are the rest of the marines? I don't see them. I think there are 4 in the bunker. Not sure what the rest of them are, though. Just hanging out inside the main, it seems. But, okay, a lot of damage is going to be done to Hiya probably before he's able to bring in enough medic marines to take out these Mutalisks. Losing a couple of marines there, that's not going to be good. But he does have nicely positioned turrets right next to his main. He's trying to position the turrets. He's going to have to throw down even more turrets than Flash. 109 turrets in this game to fight back ZerO. But, okay, the medic marines still holding their own. 1 turret going down behind this main. This could be crucial, actually, because this is just a stomping ground for Mutalisk between these 2 bases, because ZerO can stay down here forever, I think, just flying back and forth between the bases. So he's got to get a couple more turrets in that area if he wants to survive this attack. But the medic marines trying to protect the natural expansion, at least. They can't really protect the main. So, wow, things not looking good for Hiya already. His turrets are not helping them. He doesn't have them close enough between his 2 bases, but he's losing so many SCVs trying to build turrets at his natural expansion and run back and forth with these medic marine squad, with these medic marines, but it just can't get enough. And the Mutalisks are just overpowering everything down here, picking off most of the SCVs. I'm not sure where all the SCVs went inside the main. Maybe they just ran off to the side. But if he just sniped all those SCVs, that would be kind of insane. Hiya trying to find a good position for his next turret behind his main, but wow, he's not getting very much mining done at all. You can already see the kind of the sigh from him, like, what am I supposed to do against this? Didn't get the right turret positioning, so he kind of screwed himself over, letting too many SCVs go down as ZerO is taking his 3rd base, going to get that economic advantage soon. Because if ZerO had stayed at 2 bases, I'd say that Hiya still has a chance in this game. But now that he's getting his 3rd, yeesh, not looking good. Especially all these medic marines going down. Hiya looks like he hasn't been able to get out enough medic marines, so his economy just completely crumpling under its own weight. Oh boy. So even the SCVs at the natural expansion are in jeopardy now. There's no medic marines to protect them, but there is 1 medic. Come on, medic, heal! Heal the... Oh, medic goes down. Never mind. So Hiya is in bad shape, fighting with 1 marine there. You can't really do much from this point. Just should have had about 3 turrets between those bases. I don't think he anticipated that ZerO would just come in here and camp with his Mutalisk, though, just flying back and forth between the bases. ZerO hasn't really gone anywhere with these Mutalisks in a while, just kind of camping down here. Spawn camping, noob. Kidding, ZerO. But yeah, Hiya, that's the head tilt. Most likely going to see the GG soon, because ZerO hasn't even really come in with his reinforcements yet. He's about to come in with his reinforcements right now, trying to pick off the command center, actually. Losing Mutalisk, but he still has plenty of Mutalisk down there. Picked off pretty much all of the SCVs. That's it. A complete economic harassment game from ZerO. Picks off all the SCVs and takes it pretty easily. So we finally have ZerO with a win in this group. So now ZerO and Hiya both have 1 win and 1 loss. So we're pretty tied up in this group now. Alright, so that's been Nuke. Let's move on to Group C.